Zebstrika is one of the many returning Pokemon in the Indigo Disk DLC, and it's also the first time Zebstrika will be on the Switch too. Did you know they actually buffed Zebstrika in this game, giving it access to the new move Supercell Slam, a 100 base power electric type physical attack with a drawback the same as high jump kick? Is it enough to make Zebstrika viable in the competitive scene though? Today's battle will show you why it very well could be. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you love Pokemon as much as me. Here are the teams, let me know who you think will win in the comment section down below, and stick around to the end to find out if you're right. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the battle. Okay, the battle begins. Good luck, have fun, Janetta. So they're going to lead off with Varga, which is the Roaring Moon, as we lead off with Gliscor. So it's not the worst matchup in the world. Gliscor is kind of what I'll be using for the Roaring Moon anyway. They get the booster energy, which is always nice and powerful. Very terrifying stuff this is right now. They probably go for a knockoff to try and get rid of our Toxicorp straight away. So I'm going to go for a Protect. So we go for Protect. And we're in the default battle background. That's kind of boring. But anyway, it's fine. They go for a knockoff as expected, trying to get rid of that Toxicorp, which is fair enough. They have got the Protosynthesis in attack, which is terrifying, like I said earlier. But we can still deal with it. I am going to go straight for an EQ on this thing. I'm definitely going to go straight for an EQ because we don't want this thing lying around. We don't want this thing just like Dragon Dancing up and getting all powerful and stuff. So they go for an Acrobatics, which is fair enough. That's going to do a lot of damage. Not as much as they probably would have liked it to. We go for an EQ, and we do more damage than they could do to us, which is absolutely amazing. Get that Poison Heal returned to us. And then I feel like they Terra Flying here to avoid that Earthquake. So I want to go for a Toxic. But I feel like, no, I'm going to go for an EQ. I don't think they'll Terra. I don't think they Terra. They withdraw. Okay, so they're going to go Corviknight. Probably Corviknight, right? If I had to guess. Sorbet. That's going to be, oh, Sorbet. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's the Gastrodon. So Gastrodon comes in. We're going to go for an Earthquake on that thing. Get some dice damage off on there. If we can get rid of the Gastrodon, then Zebstrika actually puts in some decent work, and that is what we kind of want to do with this team. We want to show off Zebstrika in the OU tier, because that is why I like to do my battles. I like to challenge myself by using Pokemon that you don't normally see. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to switch out. I'm going to go into Necrozma, because I feel like Photon Geyser does a lot of damage here, based on that Earthquake damage. So that's the thing. We're going to go into Necrozma real quick. There we go. And we don't need to waste our Power Hope, because Meteor Beam is not very effective, but they go for a Stealth Rocks, which is terrifying. Stealth Rocks is a good Pokemon, is a good play to go for, to be fair. To the point where I'm actually going to go for my own Stealth Rocks with Necrozma, because we have Stealth Rocks on our Necrozma, so that's going to be great. Let's go for a Stealth Rocks, get them up on their side of the field. So we go for a Stealth Rock, there we go. Get on them up on their side of the field. It's going to damage the Galvantula, going to damage the Hawlucha, the Corviknight, and the Roaring Moon, and then to an extent this thing. They go for an Earth Power, which is going to do diddly squat to us. And now, we can just go for a Photon Geyser and like do a lot of damage to this thing. That's pretty much what I want to do. Because, why not? So let's go for that Photon Geyser. Photon Geyser comes through. I haven't seen the animation for this yet. Oh no, I have actually, yeah. Looks amazing. Looks amazing. So they go for another Earth Power, which is fine. Takes us down to under half. They do get some leftover recovery. I'm wondering whether Photon Geyser will KO from here. I'm really wondering whether Photon Geyser will KO from here. I don't think it does. But I'm going to go for it anyway, because the Roaring Moon could come in, but I don't think they will. They don't, they stay in. Gastrodon's going to go down, I hope. Doesn't quite go down, which is a shame, as they go for a recover. So, Necrozma is doing something interesting here. It's not winning me the game. I mean, it's not winning me the 1v1 versus the Gastrodon, but at the same time, I feel like we should switch out. I really feel like we should switch out. Something's telling me we should do that. They're going to go for an Earth Power again, so I might as well go into my Goldengo and set up a Nasty Plot. That might be a good play. That could be a good play. If they're going to go for an Earth Power, that is. If they don't go for Earth Power, then we're kind of boned. So let's go into Goldengo to take the Earth Power. I'm going to go Goldengo to take the Earth Power. I know it just took a little while to pick that move, and I apologize for that, but we're going to go Goldengo. There we go. The Gold Boy's in. They go for a Earth Power, I'm hoping. They go for another Recover, so the Recover is fine. Looks like this is a specially defensive Gastrodon, by the looks of it. So I'm going to go for a Nasty Plot anyway, just to try and break through it. They might go for a Surf here, because they can't go for Earth Power because of the Air Balloon, unless they didn't see the Air Balloon, which they did. They go for an Ice Beam, we must have not a Surf. And no Freeze, that was a crit. No Freeze. The Air Balloon is going to pop, but no Freeze. That's what we like to see. So, now I'm thinking of Nasty Plot again. thinking of nasty plot again because we want to take this thing out. And Earth Power is going to KO me. Earth Power does not KO me, so I'm going to go for another nasty plot. I don't see any reason not to. As they go for an Earth Power, which is not going to KO us. There we go. See, I told you it wouldn't KO us. Just. And now we go for a Shadow Ball, and it should take out the Gastrodon, I'm guessing. So we go for a Shadow Ball. Should take out the Gastrodon at +4, right? No. As they go for an Earth Power and take out Goldengo. So that's unfortunate. I really thought that would KO. I don't like to do Kelks during a battle, though. I know I probably should, but I don't like doing it. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I just don't like it. So, anyway, Leftover's going to give them some health back. And they somehow lived a +4 nasty plot. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. So, what can I do here? I'm guessing Gliscor could finish this thing off with Earthquake, to be fair. So, let's go ahead and do that. And puts us in a bit of a better position as well. So, Gliscor comes in. We can definitely finish this thing off with a Earthquake. So, I'm going to go for it. So, they withdraw their Gastrodon, the magical Gastrodon, which somehow lives +4 Shadow Balls from Goldengo. They're going to go into Frigo, which is going to be their Goldengo. Is on an Air Balloon. Yep, they're on an Air Balloon. So, that's a good play. Because we can't do anything to this Goldengo. And they probably do what we did and set up nasty plots here. Because I'm guessing they're the same set. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go Necrozma. Or am I going to go into Zebstrika? I go Zebstrika. Zebstrika could be good. Especially if they go for a Make It Rain, we can resist it. And we can high horsepower that thing. No, we can't. We need to break its substitute somehow. Its Air Balloon somehow. We really need to break that Air Balloon. I don't know how to do it, though. I think I'll go Necrozma. Because I feel like the nasty plot here anyway. I really feel like the nasty plot here anyway. So we're going to Necrozma, and we'll hopefully break that Air Balloon if we can. I feel like the nasty plot, that's for sure. They go for a Shadow Ball, that's going to take us out, so that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. So Necrozma does go down. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. This battle is not looking good so far for us. Looks like we are losing to an extent. What I'm going to do now is, I want to go into Zebstrika and Supercell Slam this thing. I really do. But I want to also break that Air Balloon. That's what I need to do. Break the Air Balloon. So I want to go Arachnid and go for a Sticky Webs or a Liquidation. I feel like if Arachnid's doing anything in this game, it's liquidationing this Goldengo. So I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So we get some Stealth Rock damage because we're a Bug type. And we go for a Liquidation. I mean, every Pokemon gets Stealth Rock damage, but you get more from being a Bug type. They go for a Shadow Ball, which is going to sting a bit, but we should be alright. There we go. As we go for a Liquidation now. And that does a lot of damage to the Goldengo. That does a lot of damage to the Goldengo, to the point where they might actually withdraw right now. So I'm going to go for a Sticky Webs. They go for another Shadow Ball, which isn't going to take us out. And then there we go. They lower our special defense, which is unfortunate. And now I go for a Sticky Webs. And now that Roaring Moon is no longer as big of a threat as it was. We got Stealth Rocks up. We got Sticky Webs up. I think we're golden. So now, knowing they're going to go for a Shadow Ball, I kind of have to stay in. I could have took out the Goldengo with Liquidation again, but I decided against it. So they go for another Shadow Ball. That's going to take out Arachnid. I'm just going to keep it in. No real reason to let anything else take unnecessary damage. Arachnid did its job. We got the Sticky Webs up, which is going to be great for us. Now we can go into Zebstrika and Supercell Slam this thing, or we can go for high horsepower and expect the Gastrodon to come in. So I'm going to bring Zebstrika. I'm going to bring in the Zebstrika. Now, if you didn't know, Zebstrika got high horsepower now. So I'm running a physical set with Supercell Slam. I know it's usually better special, but I'm running this set. So I'm going to go for a high horsepower right now. There we go. High horsepower comes through, takes out the Goldengo. There we go. So Zebstrika got a KO, which is always nice. And it was the Goldengo of all things. Tom Rocco comes in, which is going to be the Galvantula. So Galvantula comes in. It's going to get some Stealth Rock damage. And he gets caught in the Sticky Webs. I actually think we could KO this thing with high horsepower, you know. I'm going to try it. Because what they're going to do to us? They're going to electrocute us? Like, it's not going to work. High horsepower comes through. Takes out the Galvantula in one hit. Look at Zebstrika go. That's amazing. That is amazing. Now they got to know we're Choice Banded. They have to know we're Choice Banded for that. In comes Sorbet, which is going to be Gastrodon. Is this thing going to Terra on us? It could Terra. We definitely KO with high horsepower, though. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. If they Terra, they Terra. If they don't, they don't. if they Tera, we can switch out and go for a Supercell Slam. They don't. They go for a high support. Oh, wow, Gastron goes down. So Zebstrika just took out 3 Pokemon in a row. That's crazy. Absolutely really good, that is. Schwarzek comes in, which is going to be the Corviknight. Now, that thing's a threat. That thing's a threat, but they have a Hawlucha and a Corviknight left. So now I'm leaning towards the fact that Zebstrika could actually be one of my win cons. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to come back in, I'm going to go into my Hitmonchan. I feel like they go for a defog here. I really feel like they go for a defog here. So I'm going to Fisticuffs the Hitmonchan. There we go. They go for a defog, which is fine. It's going to get rid of the Stealth Rocks on our side of the field as well, which is great for us. I don't mind the lack of... Yeah, I want to keep Hitmonchan around though. That's for sure. So I feel like they go for a Brave Bird here. So I'm going to go into my Zebstrika again. So we're going to withdraw Hitmonchan. We can still use that for the Roaring Moon later with the Mach Punch. It could definitely come in handy. So we'll go back into Marty the Zebstrika. They go for a Brave Bird as expected. Does a decent little bit of chip damage to us. For a resisted hit off a defensive one, that's quite a lot of damage actually. So we'll go for a Supercell Slam now. And hopefully we can actually get a KO on this Corviknight. So Supercell Slam comes through. Down goes the Corviknight, 1 hit. Corviknight is a defensive monster. For us to take it out in 1 hit like that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So that's great. Zebstrika gets 3 KOs this game. No, wait. 4 KOs this game. 4. In comes Varga, which is going to be what? The Roaring Moon comes in. Now, I don't think we outspeed. And I feel like they go for a knockoff here. So I am going to go into my Hitmon. No, I'm going to go into my... I'm going to go into Hitmonchan because I feel like they go for a knockoff here. And I know Hitmonchan can resist the knockoff. Or they go for a Dragon Dance, one of the two. So we'll bring in Fisticuffs one more time. There we go. They go for an EQ, which definitely would have taken out my Zebstrika. And it's going to take out my Hitmonchan the next turn. But I'm going to go for a Mach Punch, and that should KO. So we'll go for a Mach Punch. There we go. Takes out the Roaring Moon in 1 shot from the health that it had left. Hitmonchan gets a KO. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. In comes Ray Phoenix, which is going to be the Hawlucha. So Hawlucha could be a problem for us. Look at it flying like that. That's bizarre. Looks so strange. Let's go for a BP. Just to see what they're going to do. They could still pull this back with Hawlucha, to be fair. Sky Attack. So they're going to be Power Herb Sky Attack probably with 1 Burden. So they go for that Sky Attack. And then they go for a Power Herb, which is fair enough. Power Herb's going to be really clutch for them. We avoid the hit. We avoid the hit. And we go for a Bullet Punch again. So there we go. We avoid the Sky Attack like a champ. Like a true champ. They go for an Acrobatics, take us out. So they still have Acrobatics in the back there. We avoided the Sky Attack. We got some extra damage off, which is great. So they probably have close combat. So Zebstrika ain't winning this for us. So we're going to have to go Toxic here. We're going to have to do Toxic. That's the way we're going to have to do it. So we'll go Gliscor. We'll go for the Toxic. Hopefully we don't miss this turn. They go for the Acrobatics, which is a decent bit of chip damage to us. But it's not enough to win in the game. As we go for a Toxic. There we go. Toxic comes through. And hopefully, we can stall out this game. We're going to have to stall out this Hawlucha in order to win. Which is like, you know, not very fun, but it is what it is. We could Tera if we wanted to. We could Tera if we wanted. But I'm just not really looking forward to this. There we go. We go for our last Protect. I had to sack off Zebstrika and stuff like that just to build up the Toxic damage against this Hawlucha. But we ended up winning the game anyway. I wasn't going to make you sit through the Toxic stall thing. It was only a couple turns, but it's still, you know, not fun to watch. So we defeated Janetta. So GG Janetta. That was a really fun one. I really enjoyed that one, other than this last part with this Toxic stall. But I had no choice really. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? But anyway, here is the team. Try it out if you want to. Use the code at the top right corner of the screen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.